Ciao and welcome back. Today, Pollo alla Cacciatora, braised chicken hunter style. What we need to do this magnificent earthy recipe today are 1.2 kilos of chicken drumstick, 400 grams of diced tomatoes from a can, 50 ml of extra virgin olive oil, some salt, some pepper, 250 ml of good quality chicken stock. If you don't want to go through all the process of making one, buy one, but please choose a good quality. Then we're gonna have brown onion, a carrot, sprinkled rosemary, stalk of celery, garlic clove, 2 leaves of bay leaf, and that's it. As a tool, you need a chopping board, a sharp knife, and a heavy based fry pan. I like to use my cast iron heavy based one. So first step, flame goes on a medium heat, and the oil goes in, only half of the quantity. The first step will be to sear our chicken nice and brown. I know, you're gonna say you should start from the veggies. That's the way I like it. So, waiting for the pan to get nice and hot, season my chicken, salt only. I don't like putting pepper on the searing process. I think it gets too sharp and it tends to overpower a bit too much for my liking. Salt on both sides. Waiting for that, we can start prepping our veggie. You want to go on a dice. This recipe is good for 3 people. Well, you might say 1.2 kilos of chicken is a bit too much for 2 people. You might be right, but consider that lots of that are bones. So you're probably gonna eat around 180 to 210 grams of meat once you remove the bones. So you start with your onion, same. Make sure your knife is really sharp. It's actually, you have less chances of injuring yourself actually if the knife is nice and sharp. So you want to go on a dice, fine enough. Don't be too fussy about it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a braised and is for yourself anyway. Flavor wins always. Has to taste good. The pan is heating up, nice and gently. We need to make sure that it's nice and hot before putting your chicken in. Otherwise, the temperature will drop too quickly and too much, and the chicken will start boiling rather than sizzling and searing. Alright, you can transfer back your onion into your bowl right there, and then you can start with your celery and then carrot. Alright, this is one. You want to have a peeler obviously. Peel your carrot. The tip that I can give you is top and bottom off. Just slice a little bit of the bottom so your carrot will stay still on the chopping board. Slicing it roughly on a 3mm thickness. Now our pan is nice and hot and it's time to go into the pan. As you can see, the oil starts smoking. Alright. You go in. Who doesn't like the sound of sizzling? Isn't it fantastic? All right. By the time that sears nice and golden, cut your carrots again into sticks, and now it's time to go the other way. That's how you fine dice your carrots. Or if you want to go really specific, brunoise. All right. This recipe is from scratch to finish. It's around half an hour. It shouldn't take any longer. Once your chicken is nice and golden, you wanna start sweating all your veggie into the same pan, obviously. Now the reason why I'm actually doing the other way around, starting with the chicken, is because I want to give color to my meat. I want to make sure that that chicken skin actually renders and release all that chicken fat from the drumstick, and then I will use that fat to sweat my veggie in. So I want to make sure that I pack flavors in it. Alright, carrots is done. As you can see, you can transfer it with your onion, and then it will be the time of your celery. You don't want to use the lid. Don't throw any of those. That will make the perfect veggie stock. And you can flavor anything with it, from a risotto to a minestrone. Keep following me, and I will show you more authentic Italian recipe down the road. That veggie looks a little bit out of balance probably to you. You might say there's not much celery, there's a lot of carrots in there and a lot of onions. That's actually on purpose. Celery is there to make it fresher. You don't want to overpower with celery. Flame is nice and hot. Chicken is searing well. Alright, I've crushed and sliced roughly my garlic too, and we all now have all our veggie ready to go with, as we said before, 2 bay leaf and a sprig of rosemary. Alright, so you want to keep turning your chicken, not too often, but you want to brown evenly all the sides of your drumstick. So what is happening there? 2 things are happening. You are rendering the skin, which is full of fat in it. So you are rendering that fat, and also you are creating this browning, which is called Maillard reaction, which is flavor. Once your drumsticks are nice and caramelized, you can transfer them. I'm using the lid on my fry pan at the moment. comes handy. A bit of chicken fat is in there. You now want to have the rest of your 50 ml of olive oil, and your veggies are going in all at once, all together. Now time, the magic wooden spoon, and you start frying up your veggies. Bit of seasoning, some salt. At the moment, as I said before, I don't like frying pepper on a hot oil. I personally think it gets too spicy and it tends to overpower. I tend to use my ground pepper just at the end of the recipe, so it maintains that freshness and aroma. Once your veggie starts sweating and getting translucent, that would be the right time to put back your chicken on. This step takes roughly 3 minutes. Alright, 3 minutes are gone. Our veggies are getting right there where we want them to be, which is in a fry pan. They're supposed to be a joke. Now, chicken, back in. Like that. And we did put salt already before, so you don't need to re-season it. Now it's time to deglaze the bottom of that fry pan with some red wine. Today I'm using Nero d'Avola, which is an amazing red wine from Sicily. We let evaporate all the alcohol content from the wine, and once that is done, which is roughly 30 seconds, alcohol evaporates at 60 degrees, so literally it's gone already. And then it's time for our diced tomatoes. So you wanna just cover it on top a bit everywhere, so you don't need to stir it. And then it's time for 250 ml of good chicken stock to go in there. Don't put it all of it. Keep back around 50 ml. So what happens is you check first. If you need more, you use it. Otherwise, you simply don't. You don't want to overcook the chicken. We use drumstick anyway. It's very hard to overcook them. Actually, they're full of sinews, they're full of fat. So the more you cook them, the tastier they get. Literally. Adjusting seasoning now because tomato has gone in. So at the moment, for the entire recipe, we've been using 4 pinches of salt. And it's now time for the magic to begin. The flame goes down, right down to the minimum, and the lid goes on. 12 minutes, and I'll see you back right here. Welcome back. 15 minutes have passed, and now it's time to open the lid. Wow, it smells just fantastic, and still boiling, braising away fantastically. And you want to check if, obviously, yes, the pulling off the bone, yes, yeah, that's how you try if they're ready or not. So flame off and transfer my beautiful pan over my chopping board. and we play. The rosemary can go, we don't need it anymore. As you can see, the meat tends to detach from the bone, and that is just after about 12-15 minutes. Depends on how you did set your burner. One thing I can say, do not put your burner over a medium heat, otherwise you will have your sauce reducing too hard and probably sticking to the bottom, and you don't want to have that. Now the spoon, you want to have all your beautiful sauce covering your chicken. Being a braised, you can pick your favorite side for it. Obviously, always for any Italian braised dish, you want to have some very good fresh crusty bread, but it goes so good with some very good mashed potatoes or roast potatoes, why not? That's it. Rosemary back on top and some fine sliced basil. Now it's time for pepper, freshly grind, just on top. You can omit that if you don't like it. And those are my braised chicken hunter style, pollo alla cacciatora. Enjoy, subscribe to my channel, like the video, let me know any comments, any feedback, try the recipe, and buon appetito. Ciao!